everyone, welcome back to This Old Kitchen. Well, today begins for our house for not really likely Colorado, but typically it's colder this time of year in Colorado. It is going to be in the 60s, still having problems breathing, in the 60s all week long, but I am going to start off what I call my soup season today. So, any guesses as to what kind of soup we're going to make? Lasagna soup. I've made this once before. I really liked it. It's super easy. So follow along and try it out. Let me know what you think. All right, so we're going to do this in one pot, or try to do this in one pot. We're going to start off with a pound of sausage. And I don't use ground beef all that much unless I actually get it from a local farmer or a butcher. I don't use the ground beef from the grocery store, nor do I try to eat fast food hamburgers because it is not very good. There's about, I think I saw a report that said there's about 118 different kinds of beef in a fast food hamburger, and that grossed me out. So I am going to use a pound of Italian sausage, and I'm also going to use a pound of turkey. Now, I usually do a lot of turkey when it comes to my soups, when it's my chili verde soup, when it is any other kind of soup. I will lean towards either ground chicken, or if it's organic, or ground turkey meat. I just like the flavor. I like the texture a whole lot better than ground beef. So we're gonna get this fried up, and then we're gonna take it and put it on a side dish and start our broth. Okay, so we cleared out all of the meat from the pan. I'm just gonna saute a few things of onion and about 2 cloves of garlic, just until it becomes fragrant and a little translucent. Break those rings up, or if you want to chop them up, chop the onions up, you can. All right, so in the pot, we went ahead and put in 2 cans, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of crushed tomatoes, and then we're going to do 2 cans of sauce. We're going to put in a handful of some rosemary, not a handful, a pinch. And when you're using dried herbs, always put them in your hand, kind of rub them a little bit. The heat and the friction from your hand will open them up and give them more flavor, more aroma. I've got some dried basil here, some dried oregano. I know I've got oregano around here somewhere that I dried this year. I think it was French oregano. Not quite sure. And then I've got some basil leaves here that I need to use. Let's get some garlic powder in here. You know me, I measure with love. Some onion powder. Whoops. A little too much onion powder. And we are going to let this reduce. And then once this has reduced quite a bit, we're going to put in some broth, put our noodles in, and let our noodles cook. Okay, so we have let that reduce, made a mess of the oven top, of the stove top, which I love. We're going to add in some chicken broth. And depending on how big you want to make this, will depend on how much you put in. Typically, if you're doing like a big batch, you can do up to 7 cups. If you want to do less than that. I'm going to do about 4 cups. Can you give me the lasagna, please?
Just wanted something to taste.
No tasting for you. That's how you get yourself in trouble.
No, it's not. Here you go.
All right, thank you. All right, and then you're going to take about 8 to 10 lasagna noodles, and you're just going to break those up into the broth without making it all stirred in. I think I'm going to put some more. I think I'm going to put a little bit more. Might as well just use all of it. And then we're going to return this back to a boil until those lasagna noodles are done. Typically, lasagna noodles are about 8 to 10 minutes. Really depends on how thick your broth is, but taste them and cook them as you like them.
All right, so the football game is on, so I have got to resort to a voiceover. Now you're going to make your cream mixture, your cheese mixture, and what we're going to do is about a half a cup to a cup of Parmesan cheese, depending on how big or how many people you're serving for this. You're going to use Parmesan cheese, you're going to use mozzarella, and you're going to use ricotta cheese. Make it however you like and then spice it however you like. If you want to put added onion powder or garlic powder or fresh basil or dried basil, add all of that together. Remember, measure with love, taste it as you go, and then you can put that aside, let that chill for a little bit while your noodles are cooking.
Okay, so we are all done. I like my cheese on the bottom of the bowl because I like it to melt. So cheese mixture. Don't burn yourself. And your bread. And there you go. Let's mix this up and see.
It's good.
There you go. Enjoy.